Sorry, guys, I'm back. But all we can see is the benefit of that particular situation at that time. So in my mind, all I could see was great money, great hours, a great schedule, a great staff, like a free environment. I was even able to, when people would come in, I was able to still encourage people. It worked. Listen, this job really worked. And when it didn't happen for me, I was devastated in the beginning, I have to say. And I was like, you know what, God, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I was so good at this job and then you take it away from me. And I can remember going to God and listening for an answer, because sometimes we can go through things and they can totally throw us to where we can't afford to get up before we hear an answer from God. Like we can't afford to stop and just go on about our day before we listen to what God has to say. And I can remember God saying to me that that was just the beginning of what He wanted to do. And I didn't understand it in the beginning, but the more that I seek God and the more that I really got into commune with God about fulfilling my purpose, then that's when He spoke to me, and here I am today. So I just want to encourage you guys out there today, and I want to ponder this question to you. Are you being effective? Or are you being efficient? It's so easy to be efficient. It's so easy for us to do things that come natural to us. But are we really pleasing God? Or are we really pursuing our purpose in life, our purpose that God has chosen for us, if we're not being effective? This can go in so many ways. I gave you guys the example of just my job and my career, but career isn't the only thing. Are you being efficient or are you being effective in your marriage? Are you being efficient or are you being effective in your relationships? Are you being efficient or are you being effective in your ministries? There are so many different ways where you can stop and you can look at your life and you can say, am I being effective? Or am I being efficient? Am I here because it's comfortable? Does this just come natural for me? Is it something easy that I can do? Can I just go and just do this and it's just natural to me? Or am I being efficient? Am I pursuing the purpose of God? Am I touching the people that He's assigned to me along the way? Am I being effective to where God is getting the glory out of my life and I'm being victorious? One of the scriptures that I absolutely love is Matthew 6:33. And it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all other things will be added. So many times we are efficient in jobs that pay well, or in ministries that pay well, or whatever it is that we feel like we're good at. We get a lot of people who kind of like us, or they kind of take to us in this particular place or this particular situation in our life, and we automatically assume that this is a place where God, this is where you're calling me. It's got to be. Everything is working together. Everything is falling in place. I don't have to do anything. Like, God, this is it. But a lot of times, that's the number one sign that that's not the place. Anytime you're in ministry, anytime you're doing the things that God is calling you to do, is not always easy. It doesn't always feel good. Sometimes we have to go through things. I made a post on social media about going through the process. And a lot of times we go through processes and we don't understand them, because we're going through the process and we're just like, God, I feel like I've been going through this for so long. I feel like this particular situation isn't changing. What am I doing wrong? What are you trying to say? And that's just it. A lot of times it's not what we go through. I won't say a lot of times. Anytime and every time you're going through the process, it's not what you're going through. It's how you're going through it, how you're getting through it, and how you're pursuing God in the process, in the midst of it. I found myself writing things, and I have this vision board in my bedroom, and it kind of takes up, a big portion of my bedroom on the side of the bed. And God would give me things, and I would put it down on the index card, and I got them all just splattered all over my wall. But one of the things that God had given me, and I can remember putting it down on the wall, and I can remember God saying to me, when you're going through things, you need to go to God and say, God, what is it that you're trying to get to me in this particular situation? What is it that you want me to know? When we learn how to go through things, our go through will never be the same. We'll never go through a particular situation the same anymore. Now, am I saying we won't go through? Of course not. We're always going to go through. There's always some type of obstacle or adversity that's going to come and try to plague your life. Listen to me. There's always going to be something that comes up to try to hinder or to try to stop or to try to distract the plan of God for your life. But I'm here to say, in the midst of that, go through it in the right way. Ask God, God, help me to get out of this what you want me to get out of this. Help me to go through this in the way that I'm supposed to, so that I'm able to not just get what you want me to get out of it, but I can get through it. And I can get through it still praising God. And I can get through it still with my faith intact. And I can get through it and I'm still able to smile. I still have my joy. I still have my peace. Because believe it or not, those things are important in the process. Having the peace of God is so important when you're going through the process. Having the joy of God while you're going through the process is so important. You never want to go through and you lose your joy, or you lose your peace, or you lose your faith, because that's the number one thing for the enemy to come in. And when he can take those things, he has you. It's impossible to keep going forth and you don't have the peace of God, because the enemy is going to keep plaguing your mind, and he's going to keep speaking to your mind, because the mind is the devil's workshop, and he's going to keep speaking to your mind, and he's going to keep plaguing your mind. And then guess what? You're going to be thinking about the things that you're going through and thinking about the things that the enemy is doing for you, and you're not going to be focused on what God is trying to get to you or what God is trying to say to you. So I just want to keep you guys encouraged today. And I want you to know that in spite of what you go through, stay the course. Are you being efficient, or are you being effective? Ponder that question. I want to go live maybe, let me kind of get with my schedule, because I got some stuff going on this week. But I am going to make it my business to do a live one night this week. And I want to go live, and I want to talk about being efficient and being effective. Are you being efficient, or are you being effective? Stop. Ponder that in every area of your life, and make sure that you're being efficient in every area. Effective in every area, and not just efficient. You don't want to be efficient. You don't just want to be efficient without being effective. Remember, guys, know who you are. Know who you are in every situation in your life. Even in your process, know who you are. And while you're pondering your efficientness or your effectiveness, know that you're effective and who you are. Thank you.